Hello to my channel, I'm All Things Wrestling, and today I'm going to be giving my comments, opinions and the results of WWE SmackDown Live 17th of January 2015. We kick off the show with Shane McMahon coming out and the announcers wished him a belittled happy birthday. Shane McMahon plugged the Royal Rumble match and ran down the list of participants, including Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman. You get the idea. Goldberg seemed to get the biggest reaction. Shane announced the WWE Championship would be defended at Elimination Chamber less than 4 weeks away, which brought out AJ Styles. Styles was displeased, of course, but Shane mentioned it could be a record 16-time champion John Cena defending the title. Styles said that would happen over his dead body, and that Shane should have consulted him first. The crowd loudly chanted for Styles. Shane wanted to make sure the best of the best was the champ that was going into WrestleMania. He put over Styles, but he didn't like his attitude. Styles threatened to take the title and go to Japan. This brought out John Cena, and this led to a loud, dueling chants. Styles told Cena to shut up as soon as he started talking. He said Cena's brother-in-law gifted him a title shot and Shane's chamber idea was stupid. Styles claimed that people didn't respect him and wondered who would try to steal his spotlight next, which brought out The Miz and Maurice. Miz said that he would defeat Dean Ambrose to regain the IC title and win the Rumble and the WWE title. Styles called him delusional, so The Miz mocked his accent and reminded him that he beat up John Cena at WrestleMania while Styles was in Japan. Cena egged on Styles, so Styles reminded us that he knocked out Miz's teeth last time they were in Memphis. Styles was surprised Miz doesn't perform with a limp after beating he gave him, then asked Maurice if maybe he does. Cena then acted on Miz before they could get into it. Shane made a singles match. It was an alright opening segment, to be fair. All the guys in it were pretty good. Just felt like generic though at this point. So let's just move straight on. Dean Ambrose caught up with Shane backstage and they were all friendly despite Ambrose being super annoyed at Shane several weeks ago. Shane assumed Ambrose wanted the chamber match. He did, but that's not why he pressed Shane. He wanted the new IC title belt because his smelt like Miz's spray tan and cocoa butter. Shane said there's only one belt. Then Ambrose brought up the Wyatts and the beating they gave him a few weeks ago and requested a match against Randy Orton so he could cut off the head of the Viper. Shane booked it for tonight. So that segment weren't too bad, to be fair. Did this good thing for Ambrose. He is doing some great work at the minute, and that match should be really good. Let's move straight to our first match: AJ Styles vs The Miz, who had Maurice at ringside. John Cena was on commentary. Styles tried to toss The Miz into Cena, but Cena saw it coming and pushed Miz into the barricade. The referee called for the battle, but no winner was announced. So I assume it was a no contest. After Cena chased Styles away, Miz attacked him from behind, but Cena nailed him with an AA anyway. Styles tried to catch Cena with a phenomenal full mount, but Cena caught him and gave him an AA turn. It was a good match, to be fair. I enjoyed it. And then the end antics were alright, helping build for the match. So I enjoyed all that opening match and a little bit after. Then we have the Nikki Bella-Natalya confrontation. Nikki Bella came out and called Natalya out in the most wooden manner possible. Natalya didn't come out. Nikki wasn't surprised and called her the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be at stabbing people in the back. Natalya showed up in the crowd and told her to watch the video screen. Natalya walked to the concourse and the camera followed her. She went to the merchandise stand and pointed out the Nikki Bella merchandise display next to Cena's. There was also Bret Hart shown there, but nothing for Natalya. She was pissed and said Nikki and her ex-uncle Bret has something in common. Both of you are going to die alone. Whoa! First of all, Natalya, that's very hard for your uncle who nearly died of prostate cancer. Jesus Christ! Natalya grabbed a bunch of merce and was about to throw it in the garbage, but Nikki showed up just in time to save it, and they brawled. Some security came to break it up. Nikki and Natalya broke away a couple of times, but the security was able to separate them eventually. It was great, to be fair. I haven't seen anything like this. I did enjoy it. It's definitely actually put a little bit of hype on their storyline for me, to be fair, because I've not really felt anything at the minute. So, good job there. Let's see where you can go with it. Then, backstage, the shit interviewer asked Alexa Bliss if she was afraid of what Becky Lynch might do in the steel cage tonight. Bliss was confident and said she wasn't worried about Becky Lynch at all. Yeah, good promo from Alexa. I like Alexa. Then we have a video package for Kurt frickin' Angle going in the Hall of Fame. Sorry about the frickin', but it's in my nose for some reason. This one focused on more comedic side of Kurt Angle than the wrestling side, which weren't bad. I did enjoy the video. Then we have match 2, Dean Ambrose vs Randy Orton, who had Bray Wyatt and Carper at ringside. The finish happened. Orton got ready for an RKO when Harper jumped in the ring and was ready to attack Ambrose. Orton and Bray sent him back outside, but Ambrose used the distraction and won with a schoolboy. That was alright, and then the finish was better after this. Afterwards, Orton and Harper punched for a bit, but Bray separated them. He also clocked Harper, which caught Luke by surprise. He then grabbed his mouth like he might have lost a tooth, and then he told Bray, "You did this," and walked out. It was good, actually, to be fair. I don't know where this is going, but I cannot wait to see what they're going to do. I love the Wyatt, so it's really entertaining. Then backstage, Becky Lynch told the shit interviewer that we would find out exactly who Alexa Bliss is tonight, and it's not a champion. It was alright. Same old, same old. Then we had the King's Court hosted by Jerry the King Lawler for the first time in many years. I don't know how many. I haven't looked it up, and I can't be bothered to. I'm going to be honest. Lawler is just like, this is old school Raw, which is like he used to wear a robe but no shirt. He got a nice reaction from the crowd, and he was hosting in his hometown. He introduced Dolph Ziggler and asked what has gotten into him, but Ziggler wouldn't speak. Lawler showed a repeat of Ziggler attacking Kalisto and Apollo Crews with the chair. Ziggler still didn't speak and was about to leave, but Lawler asked him to come back. He said this segment wouldn't be better if he interviewed an oil pay turn. Ziggler contemplated and then stayed in the ring. He knew what Lawler was up to and knew he would show the footage, but Ziggler had some footage of his own. He showed the clip of repeated elbows he gave to Lawler back in 2012, which was likely what led to the heart attack of Jerry the King Lawler, so not great there. Ziggler threatened to finish the job if Lawler kept the shop. A stern Jerry Lawler had just one more question for Ziggler and asked how it feels knowing that he will always be a loser no matter how many times he changes his attitude. Ziggler superkicked Lawler right in the chest. Ziggler left and JBL frantically jumped in the ring to check on Lawler. Lawler got to his feet and dared Ziggler to get back in the ring, but he didn't. After the break, JBL said he has no respect for Ziggler. David Otunga made sure to mention that JBL tripped on his way into the ring. It was funny, just kind of fell over. It was great. They had to mention it, so it did make me laugh mentioning it. Then Bray Wyatt announced that the entire Wyatt family would enter the Royal Rumble. However, before that, Orton and Harper would face each other next week, and the family will be stronger than ever. I can't wait to see what they do there. That will be great. Then we have our main event of the evening, the Women's Championship Steel Cage match between Alexa Bliss and Becky Lynch. The match can obviously end by pinfall, submission, or escaping the cage. Mauro Ranallo mentioned that Jimmy Snuka, Don Morocco cage match, and the famous Superfly splash from the top of the cage. That was the only mention of Snuka on the show, so I had to mention it, to be fair. And then Bliss tried to escape through the door, but Becky Lynch stopped her and tried for a disarmer. The luchador stood deep in the doorway. Bliss tried to use the distraction, but Lynch countered and applied the disarmer. The luchador jumped in the ring, nailed Lynch with a roundhouse kick, then led to the DDT by Bliss in the pinfall. Bliss retains the title. Afterwards, Bliss and the luchador attacked Lynch. Lynch fought back and unmasked the luchador, revealing it was Mickie James. They attacked her and left her lying. James raised Bliss's hand and they posed to end the show. I have one theory here. First of all, it was not Mickie James all along. You can tell by the first picture to the last picture that the person has changed. So I believe it was Tamina to start with, but maybe due to what happened to her father, maybe she cannot make a return right now. I do hope she is coping well with this loss, to be fair, because it is such a tragedy. Please, just rest in peace, Jimmy Snuka, and best of luck to his family. Yeah, I think Tamina was meant to be doing it, and then Mickie James came in, and I'm glad to see Mickie James. She is fantastic, and I think she'll do a great job. And it was a great way to end Raw. Great cage match. I think this is the second time SmackDown women have main evented the show. Somebody did it in 2000 for a women's championship. I weren't really that interested to figure out. I can't remember the woman. I think it was Stephanie McMahon and someone named Jack or something like that. I'm not sure. But anyway, that's irrelevant to this topic. I did enjoy the show. Please give this video a like if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe to see more content, and I'll catch you later.